but I just want to welcome everyone to VF. I have no idea what episode this is, but it might be in the 300th point.
Well,
And
it's okay. It's a pleasure not to hear which one it
I,
is.
we're lucky to have Julia here. We don't get to see her all the time, but she also set up the program for today. We have Yaniv Safrai who's going to talk to us, and Julia will introduce him shortly. I just wanted to say we still have a variety of programs that you can sign up for to come volunteer in Israel. I'll put the link to our website in the chat. So go on there and check out the various programs, see if something interests you, contact the people at the bottom of the page. And you'll most likely wind up speaking to me, Pam, or Julia, who are all on the screen. And we do also have some people who will be traveling with us soon on this call as well. If you have any questions during Yaniv's program, feel free to put them in the chat and he will answer them once they're done. I'm going to mute everyone. And if you're speaking, please unmute yourself.
Okay. Thank you, Lana. Thank you, Yaniv, for coming. So I will introduce Yaniv shortly. Yaniv Safrai is a colleague of mine, a friend of mine, and a former student of mine. Yaniv became a tour guide about, 7, 8 years ago, I guess. He was a student of Kinneret Academic College, and I was the supervisor, coordinator for his course, so I know him as a student, and then I'm very pleased to have him as a colleague. And he will become a second-time colleague of mine as a tour guide guiding Israelis overseas. So that will be a pleasure meeting him maybe on board of an airplane at some point. Yaniv was a traveler and a public bus driver for many years, for actually most of his career. And after retiring, he started guiding tours and traveling even more. And recently, after October 7, he participated in some amazing journey climbing Kilimanjaro, which is a very high mountain. I've never been on top of it, somewhere between Kenya and Uganda. Tanzania. Oh, thank you. And that was a trip commemorating a fallen soldier of the last war we're still encountering here. So Yaniv will share his personal story of his journey, both physical and spiritual and mental journey, commemorating Shai. So Yaniv, thank you for coming, and take it from here.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for hearing me. This journey is not just to the summit of the Kilimanjaro. It's a mental journey, and I will put the slide, the first slide now, if you please.
Okay, no way.
Okay, so we will start now. To the summit and beyond. For 30 years, I was a public bus driver in Egged, if you know the name of the company, the greatest bus company in Israel. So I retired in August 2023. And I wanted, as Julia said before, I wanted to be a full-time job tour guide. And I bought this fancy car, this very nice looking car. And I got this car on September 28th, 2023. And the first family waited for me at the harbor of Haifa on October 8th. So I think that you guessed that they didn't wait for me. Because we had this October 7th, it's a date to remember, and it's changed. It really changed everything. My son, my oldest son, Itai, was abroad. He was traveling in the Northern Sea. And he got this phone call that called him to join the army because the war has started, almost started. So he called me on the phone and asked me, Father, what should I do? He was 27 back then. So I told him, are you crazy? Go rent an apartment somewhere and stay there. Stay safe. So he told me, Father, you didn't raise me like this. And this is what I wrote in my diary that day. Simchat Torah Holiday War. It's simply incomprehensible how the great IDF was so surprised. 1,400 people, women and children were slaughtered in the south. The IDF goes out to fight. Lucky that my Itai is abroad. Too bad I can't enlist anymore. I must organize for urgent weapons. Need to protect my family and home. It's sure to happen tomorrow in the north too. And it happens because the Hezbollah start shooting bombs at the northern border right at the 8th, at October 8th. So we asked ourselves, what should we do? Because I wasn't enlist, I wasn't in the army, and I still had my wife and daughter live with me in the kibbutz because my two sons were living in outside the kibbutz. Itai was abroad, and the second one, Arad, was volunteering in the education system of kibbutz Yehel. So we thought that it would be good to go to live with him for a while. So on October 18th, we went down to kibbutz Yehel. My wife was an accountant in the Tel Chai, now it's university. So she worked from home, and she took all her bags and all her computers and stuff and cases, and she worked there from home. And I was, like I said before, I was a pensioner. So I look for things to fill my time. I start volunteering in, you see this group of people, they are waiting in a bus stop because we just got the IDF's reserve soldiers car that parked in military bases in the south. And we moved them to the center of Israel, so when they will hopefully finish the war, they could have their car immediately. And here on the right side, you can see a family that ran out from the Gaza belt and found shelter in Kibbutz Yehel. So I took them as a tour guide. I took them to a tours in the desert back there in the south. Yehel is in the ferry. It's near Eilat, something like so. It's in the south, and there's a lot of places to travel. So I just wanted to help them to calm themselves after the horror they've been through. And I even start trying and drawing. So, it's not Picasso, but I filled my time. And after 10 days, we found out that this staying in Kibbutz Yehel gonna cost us a lot of money because the government didn't evacuate us. So we evacuate ourselves voluntarily to the south. No one is gonna pay for it. So we thought what we will do, and home is the best place ever. So we went up to the north, and this is the view from my porch. You can see all the Hula Valley, and this is my parking spot. And home sweet home, they say, right? So this is pictures that my son sent for me from Gaza. He returned from his tour, and 3 days after, he found himself in Gaza. He's a tank driver in the reserve forces. And his brigade was almost the first brigade ever. If you can see the right guy that stands there, this is my son, Itai, and this is his brothers, And when I came back to the north, I found myself driving for 2 journalists that came from India to report on the war in the north. So I contact with the IDF spokesman, and he told me where to go and where to take them. And this is what I've done for 2 weeks. But after it, I joined the local emergency forces and guarded on the fence of our kibbutz for 1.5 years. You can see that all these companions, all these my brothers, they almost every one of them has gray hair and beards and old combat soldiers like me. So we protected the kibbutz while the IDF was fighting in Lebanon. And if you want to know what is the feeling of living in a war zone, active war zone, my daughter, she has diabetes, so she and my wife went regularly to the hospital in Tzfat. So they have to drove through missiles. You can see here in the middle of the picture, you can see the missile fell on the ground. And they drove on the road. It was nearby. And you can see the missiles that flew. This is not missile, this is an Iron Dome rockets that try to find the missile that supposed to land in our kibbutz. So this is how the skies look at that age of time. And the question is how do I proceed from there? On December 22, I opened the news and I saw this 5 heroes that got killed. And among them was in the middle, Sergeant Major Shai Termin was killed in action during the war. And he was the son of my friend, of a colleague of mine as a bus driver. And I just couldn't go out to comfort him in the Shiva. I didn't find the courage. I didn't find the power to do it. I felt so useless. So, sorry, excuse me. My wife, she sent me a link of a commemorative expedition that goes to salute to the heroes of this war and raise their photos to the summit of the Kilimanjaro, which is the highest mountain in Africa. So I found the power to go to his family house and ask from his parents the permission to do it. And they did it. They gave me this permission, and I decided, and I jumped to it. I made my decision, and I'm sticking to it. and together with Shai, I'm going to climb to the Kilimanjaro. So now, after this decision, I have to practice myself. You can't just go up to the Kilimanjaro. It's at the height of 5,895 meters above sea level. It's not an easy thing to do, so I must practice. And I climbed between the shifts. I was still had shifts on the gate of the kibbutz. So between the shifts, I climbed the Golan Heights. And I drove to Rosh Pina to climb all the way to the upper hill in Rosh Pina, and then I went down, and then like 3 times every time. And meanwhile, I was continue training the routine in the emergency platoon. And even once I went with my colleagues to the commemorative expedition to the highest building in Tel Aviv. So we climbed not just, you can see here, 67th floor. It's not 67th floor because you have another 5 floor underground from the parking spot. So it's 72 floors to climb all the stairs, something like 1,400 stairs. The group was in better shape than me. You can see that they are smiling, and you can see that I am not. I did it once and I collapsed. They did it twice, and after they did it 3 times and even 4 times before the flight. But I had my issues. So I went up to the Golan Heights and keep practicing as much as possible. And the goal is getting closer. This is the Kilimanjaro. You see, it's a volcano that's sleeping for 120 years for now, something like this. And hopefully I'm going to climb on it. The trail, the special thing about the Kilimanjaro that you don't need to be a professional of mountains, because it's a regular trail. You just walk. It's very hard trail, but it's a regular trail. So the journey starts from Machame village in 1,800 meters above sea level. After a whole day, we are sleeping at Machame camp in 3,000 meters above sea level. And after it, the day after, we will sleep at 3,800 in Shiva camp. After it, we're gonna eat our lunch at 4,600 meters. That's called Lava Tower. And we will go down to the evening, tonight, to Baramko camp, which is 700 meters below Lava Tower. And this is in order to try and prevent the height disease that you are in danger since the height of 3,000. Everything that beyond 3,000, you are in a danger to get height disease, which is because of lack of oxygen. So in order to prevent it, we are going up and going down. And you can see that the next day, we're going to get to Karanga, which is almost the same height as the night before. And the last day, we are going to sleep in the noon. We're going to sleep in Barafu camp, which is 4,600 meters above sea level. And we're going to start climbing at night, at midnight. We're going to start climbing to the summit. and hopefully we will get to Aoro Peak, which is 5,895 meters, almost 6,000 meters. And then we can stay no more than half an hour, and we have to go down because the fear or the danger in height disease. We will eat and drink something very light and proceed of going down to Mawaka camp, and only there we permitted to go to sleep. And this is actually the end of our journey. And the next day we will go to Mawaka village, which is 1,800 height, 1,800 above sea level. And finally, we all meet at the airport, and everyone takes the picture of the hero that he memorized, and we did a group picture. This one you can see the mouse. You can see the. So this one, her name is Danielle Wolfson. She was the leader of our group. She is a professional mountain climber. She is the first Israeli woman that went up to the Everest summit, and she completed the challenge of 7 summits, which is the highest summit in every continent on Earth. And now she's starting the challenge of 14 summits above 8,000 meters, which all of them are in the Himalaya ridge. This one here is Chen Shaked. He is the co-leader of this expedition. He had a company that make tours and climbing mountain, and he donate part of his income to children who has cancer. And this one, for example, is Dr. Keren Zilka. She was a military doctor, and she brought to the summit one of her colleagues that got killed too, another military doctor. So you can see that the Y is burned into the memory of all of us. And we moved up, and unity is the name of the game. All the journey we backed up each other, and we started a very beautiful friendships along the way. So now the dream is about to come true, and it's for real. This is the bus to Arusha village. Arusha is the village that we will sleep in the first night. And you can see that everyone's smiling and laughing. We don't know what we are headed. Okay. And this is the view from my porch. I'm seeing the mountain, and I'm asking myself if I will keep my promise or not. You know, it's a question. So here we go. The first day of climbing in Machame village. This is the village. This is the spot of the village according to the Kilimanjaro. We are eating very good before the climbing, and we start with going in the rainforest. I'm taking the first photo that I'm sending the wife, the parents of Shai Termin. And we entering the forest. I thought that I will meet Tarzan. I didn't. I even tried to call him, but he didn't answer. And we see flowers that are endemic to the Kilimanjaro. you can see the difference. These two guys, wonderful guys. They are the porters that escort us. We had something like 40 porters for the whole group. You can see how small my bag is, and you can see how big his bag is. He's doing this journey for 15 years now. Okay, so yeah, they had a lot of experience. And there is a sentence in Israel that you can say we started as hard as possible, and slowly we are increasing. And this is a shirt that football club Maccabi Haifa did for Shai Termin, because he was one of her fans. And now you can see the whole group under the Kilimanjaro. You can see over there the Kilimanjaro. You can see how tired we are, but we are still smiling, right? And we are sleeping at Machame camp. And this is our tents, our orange tents. So we woke up in the morning at 3,000 meters above sea level, and we start climbing. We start climbing on the bones of the mountain. At that height, the flowers and all the plants are very low and very thick and very thin because of the height. And these are the porters. And over there you can see at the background, you can see another volcano which called Mount Meru. You have over at that area, you have 3 volcanoes. Mount Meru is the southern one, Kilimanjaro is the highest one, and Mount Kenya is the northern one. And it all at the beginning of the Syrian African break. If you remember the plates of the theory plates. So this is the beginning. And you can see that everything that we climb on, it's a lava stone, it's basalt. So we climb on and we got to Shira camp. This is the second day. Now you can see much less smiling. I sent this picture. You know, I'm standing near the sign Shira camp, and just on the area of the sign, you have Wi-Fi to send big pictures. So all the people that are sleeping in Shira, in every camp, they are just fighting for this spot. You're standing here too much. Go ahead, let us send us picture too. It's something like this, but every camp I sent a picture to his mother. And despite everything, we're still going on. Shira camp is in almost 38 meters above sea level. This is the night. You can see how beautiful it is. And this is the morning. The high mountain is still waiting for us. The sky is clear. You can see the size of the tents according to this humongous mountain. It's a magnificent view to stand there. And we start walking very slowly. You cannot, if I was there alone, I couldn't find the trail because there are no signs. It's not like in Israel that you have sign every 100 meters in the trail. Over there, if you don't know the trail, you can lost for days. And every stop we made, we took the photos. This is Ali Hamoud, is one of the expedition, is a Druze guide, tour guide. He's a tour guide and is a constructor in the pre-military preparatory school. And he memorized 4 of his students that got killed in the war. 1 of them was Jewish and 3 of them was Druze. And this is us going up. Now we're eating lunch at the lava tower. It's in the height of 4,600. Here you can see the tent of the bathroom. We even had a bathroom over there. After it, this is in the middle of the day. And after lunch, we took our photos and start going down. Here you can see a giant soap. It's a flower. It's a giant flower. And you should understand that my height is like 1 meter and 1 meter and 86 centimeter. It's something like 6 foot high, something like this. And I'm still not getting to the middle of this flower. So we did overnight at Barranco camp at almost 4,000 meters. But this was the first night that I couldn't sleep. I just stayed awake all the night. I couldn't sleep. Later, eventually, I understood that I got this height disease, but no one could tell it because, every night we measure our saturation, and my saturation was great. My oxygen in blood was great, but still I couldn't sleep. And this height disease continued with me until the summit. So this was the first night that I stood awake. But in the morning, when everyone woke up, you can see, when you see this view, you actually get energy for the rest of the day. And now we start climbing at Barranco Wall. Barranco Wall, we're climbing with our hands. You can see here the porters that help the climbers to get up. You can see that we're climbing with our hands. And if I may, I have a phrase that I found out when I'm a bicycle rider. So if it's hard for me, I know that it's a sign that I'm on the rise. And if it's easy for me, I know that it's a sign that I'm on decline. It's a rule for life. But it was hard for me. It was really hard. But I climbed. I climbed the mountain. And this is what we saw over the cliff. But when we turned our head backward, we saw the mountain still waiting for us. Naturally, I took the pictures at Karanga camp, and I sent it also to Shai Peretz. And over there we had a dust storm. You can see the spot that Karanga camp according to the trail. And over there we had a dust storm. You can see me with a special shield against the dust storm. But Chen Shaked didn't put his glasses on. So in the morning he woke up with a huge red eyes. But after it he got okay. So I'm still not sleeping, right? I'm still not sleeping. When we are waking up in morning, it was something like 5 Celsius degrees. very cold. So we had to warm ourselves, and we start dancing tikisa and jumbo, local dance. Tikisa, it's to move yourself. And jumbo, it's a jumbo. So we danced and start walking. And this was the short day, because when at 12 at noon, we entered our tents, and we took the picture. Of course, it was raining over there. You can see here, I'm standing and I'm not so smiling. I'm tired. I'm after 48 hours of non-sleeping. So we entered our tents and we woke up. You can see here the time that I took this photo, 11:28 p.m., February 25. And we woke up almost midnight, and we start walking to the summit. And the drama begins, the great drama, I should say. The temperature was 17 below zero Celsius. It was freezing. I couldn't feel I had a very good equipment, a very good gloves, and still I couldn't feel my fingers. I couldn't feel my legs, my nose. Don't mention my nose. And it was free. And we start walking. We start climbing. Pole pole, it means in Swahili, it means slowly, slowly. Another step, and another step. The long night began at 11:30 p.m. when we were woken up for the climb. The temperature was minus 17 degrees Celsius. And now they are walking away, and I'm staying alone with two porters. You can see the lights of the headlamps that everyone took on his head. The night was very dark. Chen Shakeh took this photo, and he has a very good camera for it. So you can see that it's almost a daylight. But we had no moon, and it was dark, and it was cold. And this is what I wrote in my diary. You can see my diary on the right, and I will read it for you on the left. Then they woke us up for the summit night. After the last 3 nights, I couldn't sleep, totally depressing. And then I asked myself, why on earth did I need this madness? And slowly I dragged myself behind until I was left alone with two porters, and I collapsed. I collapsed on this rock. Don't sleep, they say, don't sleep. I'm staying on this rock here, and I was empty. My soul was empty. My muscles was empty. I was sleeping. I fell to sleep, and the porters woke me up every time. Don't sleep, they are saying, don't sleep. And suddenly, after 20 minutes, I actually heard a voice in my head, but you made a promise. And suddenly I stood up. I stood up and started climbing. I made a promise, period. With Shai, I'm gonna conquer the summit. And at the end, the sun will always shine, even in 17 minus Celsius. This is Africa at sunrise. And like a good old bus driver, I'm shifting the gear to first, power, and I'm going to get up to the summit. So I got, first of all, to Stella Point. But at the minute that I was at Stella Point, you will see me immediately, the group was already at the summit, 20 minutes earlier than me. Here you can see me, okay? You can see my face. I have no power, not to mention smiling, okay? I was exhausted. And the hour was 7 a.m. and 15 minutes. And I proceed walking through the snow. You won't believe, but this picture and the next two pictures, I couldn't even remember that I took them. I did this picture and I didn't remember when I did it. And I'm walking to the summit and I see all the group going back down after they've been in the summit. But you can see Danielle Wolfson. She waited for me and she shouted, Yaniv, I knew you will get here. I waited for you. So we took the picture and she told me, okay, now we are going down. Hey, wait a minute. Let me sit for a second. No, you have to go down now. So I went down. I think it will be more accurate to say that I rolled down. And I touched the sky. I did it. We did it. And I took this picture. I kept my promise. Me and Shai Termin, we succeeded to get to the summit of Africa. And the sky is no longer the limit. Don't believe when they say, I'm telling you, don't believe when they say that the sky is the limit. The sky is not the limit. The limit, it's on our mind. It's in our mind. It's in our heart. There is no limit for our capabilities. You can see the proportion. You can see the rainforest, and you can see how small we are according to the trees. But we are big. There is no limit for our capabilities. And I wouldn't miss the beauty, even though I was exhausted. And the mountain told me, sorry. Yep, the mountain, it was like blinking to me and told me, you did it. Yes, I did it. Only those who breathe road dust are granted the privilege of breathing the air of the summits. This is the air of the summit. And we all did it. I did it. After it, they took us to the safari for one day, and we saw this huge elephant. He was a male elephant, and he thought that we are a threat. So he started to chase our jeep. It was very funny. But after 1 hour, you can see this river here, and you can see this tiny dot. This tiny dot is an elephant, where lioness and cubs of lioness are eating it. And you can see here elephant mothers with elephant babies. Baby is elephant. They are so cute. You get proportion of life over there. And after all, if you remember Gone with the Wind, you remember this movie, Gone with the Wind? So at the end of the movie, Scarlett O'Hara saying, after all, tomorrow is another day. And tomorrow is always another day. And this is Shai. And this is a song in Hebrew, but I'm sure that you will understand the meaning of it. his commander from the basic training 6 years before he got killed. He remembered him and he saw that he got killed, and he went to the funeral and gave this song to his parents and told his parents, I don't want my name on this song. I'm nobody. Do whatever you like with this song. So this is Shai. Take a few minutes to know him.
איש החלומות הולך לישון בעולם עצוב בלי היגיון, מתכסה הוא בשמיכת פרחים ובכל לילה אנו נפגשים, וכשנהיה לי כאן קשה יושבים ביחד לקפה, אתה מסביר לי מה קורה עם העולם הזה, לך תמיד הכל ברור, איך העולם צריך סידור, ולוותר פשוט אסור, וזה כל הסיפור. איש החלומות הולך לישון בעולם עצוב בלי היגיון, מתכסה הוא בשמיכת פרחים ובכל לילה אנו נפגשים, אחד אחד אתה זוכר, שואל אותי על כל חבר, אני עונה ומספר ואיך הזמן עובר, וכשמגיע אור היום נאמר שוב זה לזה שלום, נקבע כאן באותו מקום הלילה בחלום. איש החלומות הולך לישון בעולם עצוב והיגיון, מתכסה הוא בשמיכת פרחים ובכל לילה אנו נפגשים, איש החלומות הולך לישון בעולם עצוב בלי היגיון, שי נתת לי מתוך שינה, עוד שיחה איתך במתנה.
So this was Shai Termin. Rest in peace. And after I came back, I gave this family, I gave them, this is the father, this is Avi Termin, and this is his girlfriend. They were supposed to marry. They've been together for 10 years before he got killed. So Avi arranged a motorbikes journey, and he asked me to guide them, to explain everything, every stop where they're stopping, explained a tour guide, and surely I answered yes. And you know, to this story there is an epilogue for me. As I told you before, my son was fighting in Gaza Strip for 8 months as a tank driver. So I told him, these are my sons, these were my kids when I was a bus driver, and this when we jump from an airplane in 13,000 meters for my 50th birthday. This is the present that they gave me. They wanted to kill me. I don't know what, but so I told him, when you get released from this war, we will go together with your brother and we will climb the summit of the Olympus in Greece in order to shake Zeus' hand. This is him. You can see that on his helmet he wrote, "We are guarding our house. שומרים על הבית." And this is Zeus. He didn't wait for us. It's not okay. But we climbed and we stood on the summit of the Olympus. All the three of us. And you know, what I found out in those 2 years since October 7th, 2023, is that love is completely our story. Love is the ultimate power. And you know what? Even Shai thought about it because his parents wrote on his tomb, "Keep love on your path." This is what they wrote on his military tomb, but they wrote this. And love is completely our story. So thank you very much. If you have question now, I will answer it.
Wow. Wow, wow. If you stop sharing your screen, Yaniv, when you're ready, I want to thank you for sharing this with us. It's just so incredibly meaningful to us. I would say probably one of our most meaningful programs. I can speak for all of us. I can't imagine how much it meant to Shai's family, and to you for you to do this. And I know we'll have more people watching your story and Shai's story on YouTube later. But I just want to thank you so much. And it looks like we do have a lot of questions in the chat. But I do want to ask, did you listen to this song when you were climbing at all? When you thought you couldn't keep going?
No, I got this song just after I went
After.
down from the...
I was gonna say, I think it would help me to like give me some oomph to go, but you look like I do at the end of the day sometimes. Okay, so the first question is from Harry. Have most residents returned to northern Israel that had evacuated?
What, again, sorry.
Have most residents returned to northern Israel that have evacuated?
I think most of them did return. Kiryat Shmona, it's something like Kiryat Shmona is the main city in the northern border, and I think it's something like 60% that return. There are a lot of people that don't want to return now. Kiryat Shmona is a very sad city.
Sure.
It's a very sad city. And if you look at the kibbutzim near Kiryat Shmona, most of the kibbutzim returned to their places. But Manara, for example, it's a kibbutz that almost ruined totally from that war. So even then, people returned to the kibbutz to rebuild it. And most of the kibbutzim did return to their places. In Metula, it's like 70% return, and now there's a lot of houses that for sale.
Wow. Frank is asking, how did you deal with the thinner air and the loss of energy the higher you go? How do you deal with it?
Like I said, the sky is not the limit. It's a will. It's the power of the will. Because I did had caught my height disease. I couldn't sleep for 3 days, 72 hours, and I was exhausted. But my legs kept moving. I don't know how, but they did it.
Shai, that's how.
Yeah.
Frank also wants to know what the typical cost for this kind of trip is. Looks like Frank might want to embark on this.
We paid each of us paid something like 16,000 shekels, so it's like $2,500, something like this. But I think it's very cheap. I know that people pays much more about it.
How many hours did you travel forward each day before you traveled backwards? What was the total number of hours you walked each day?
Oh, I think the longest period of time was at the summit night, because we climbed from midnight, from 00 hour, okay, and we finished walking at 19 hour. So it
Wow.
was like total 19 hours of walking with small breaks to eat something.
Has climate change affected the mountain weather? Is the trash ported out so only footprints are left? Two questions.
We saw a little trash. They are very in Tanzania. They are watching it very. They don't let anyone to throw trash on the way, so you can almost see just the footprints over there. And the weather it changed. I know that the ice at the top is now thinner. Is
Center.
yeah.
I believe Gail has hiked, and I don't know that I can pronounce all of this, but she was hiking in Tibet. She was prescribed Diamox or acetazolamide for the altitude, I guess. Did you have any meds for your trip? It really helped her.
I think now I'm still taking the the magnesium and the
Okay.
and the power meds. I think they are good for me even now,
Okay.
like omega-3 and stuff. But I didn't use like stop it or something I didn't had a diarrhea or something like this. So I had only a power problem.
Okay.
So
So that they didn't give you any medication so that you
no,
wouldn't
no,
have
no,
to.
no, no,
Okay.
not at all.
People are, Gail said, what a wonderful presentation. Congratulations on your effort to memorialize Shai. Are there any charities to support? This is from Harry. Any charities to support the victims and hostage families, or is the government doing it adequately? This is also something Pam could probably answer.
I think that Pam should answer it.
Pam can talk about it after. We're
Okay.
actually seeing a lot in the news over here. I don't know if you're aware of what we're seeing, but that the former hostages are saying the government has sort of abandoned them. So I think that's where a lot of the questions are coming. Those kind of questions are coming from.
Yeah.
Okay, if anyone has questions and want to unmute, please do that. I'm going to take Yaniv off of Spotlight if I can figure it out. Pam, are you muted still? We can't hear you.
No,
Oh, there
I'm
you
not.
go. I'm trying.
Yaniv, is your son out now, or is he back in,
Yeah.
or what?
My
He's
son
out.
out now. My son out now. He was supposed to redraft again, but they canceled it, and now he's out. Now he's just doing a regular reserve, just 45 days a year. So, and
Well,
I'm willing. Yeah.
Well, I just want to tell that from my Hamal in Tel Aviv, we've given Shirion a lot of equipment. So I'm sure we gave stuff to your son's unit.
I'm sure, but in the local my local platoon, security platoon in the kibbutz, we got donations for shoes and stuff like this. So.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you tell Pam what you need and she'll get it.
No. We are not now. We are not now. We are all released, and we have just regular training
Wow.
every now and then.
Does anyone else have questions? I think we had over almost 40 people listening in.
Yeah, it was really an amazing story. Amazing.
It's just incredible. I just can't imagine what that meant for his family, too,
Yeah.
that you did that.
Guys, I would like to interfere just for a second. Thank you, Niv. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for doing. Thank you for staying alive. It seemed like it was not clear at some point that we're gonna meet again. So yeah, it's about strength and love and faith in your strength. So I got to go. Thank you so much, and I'm really happy that you're still here, and I'm really happy that some of you are about to come over here and see us in full size. So thank you, and talk to you later. Thank you, Ilana.
Thank you, Julia, for suggesting Yaniv to talk about this.
Sure, and Yaniv will talk tomorrow.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Bye.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
If there are more questions, I'm here to answer with it. So, I'm still connected to his family and his mother she has a lecture herself about her son because she have a very special story because her younger son at the beginning of the year, January 23, he got cured from cancer. So the family thought now we ended with our problem, and in the end of the year, her older son got killed.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Goodness.
Their father is a friend of mine, so we are connected together.
Yeah, you said he worked with you as another bus driver?
Yeah, he was a bus driver. Now is I don't know. He changed profession. And I'm not working as a bus driver also. So
Right.
I've done my time.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I just read about I was looking up the whole thing and I saw something about two Miluim, Shachar and Boris. They weren't with you on your tour, right? On your climb, were they? Because it talks about, wait, when was yours? What date was yours?
We flew at February 19, 24.
Okay, so this talks about two injured reservists, Shachar and Boris, who also, it says in February of 24, also went to memorialize four of their friends. So,
There were several expeditions.
there were several at the time. Okay.
Yeah. Did they usually run these tours? Do they have like several of these tours to memorialize people? Are they known for doing it for a cause or?
It was something at that period of time. There weren't a lot. I thought that I think that it was like 2 or 3 expedition at that time, and one of the expedition was for wounded soldier. It was like 2 months later. There were several of them, so I really don't know. Shachar and Boris, I don't know. I'm not familiar with it.
Mhm.
You also don't remember taking those two photos, so maybe you don't remember these two people.
No, no, no.
Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm just
we-
kidding.
like I told you, there was a dust storm at the
Yeah,
middle of it, so we couldn't walk at that day. So we had a tent of like dining room.
incredible.
So
Yeah.
all of us sat over there, and everyone told the story of his memorial person.
How nice.
And it was like, it was very thrill, a lot of tears went down there, and
Sure.
yeah, it was very emotional.
Does anyone else have questions, or should we let Yaniv go to sleep?
So wait, so Yaniv, at the very end, when you finally got up there and Danielle was saying, "Come on, now we have to go back down," did they let you stand there for a few minutes at least and enjoy the
Get there.
view? I mean,
First of all, I've been there for 10 minutes. Okay. Something like 10 minutes. And I didn't enjoy anything over there. I couldn't enjoy it. I even the pictures, I couldn't remember that I've taken the pictures. I had no like, my conscience was
Wasn't-
nothing, was totally lost.
right.
I had to like disassociate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Do you-
Frank, I don't, if you're, Frank, I don't, are you still there, Frank? I don't know. I don't see you. I
Yeah.
don't, oh, yeah, he's there. I don't think you should do it, Frank.
Yeah.
Stick to feed the soldiers.
Frank was one asking how much it costs. I don't know.
Did you, wait, you said Ray or 16,000?
כן, 16,000.
No, so it's like $5,000.
5,000. Yeah, 5,000.
Yeah, you said
I have a
2,000.
friend who wants to take his daughter when she will get to age of 10. He wants to take her up.
I hope he's carrying her on his back.
No, he's not. But he's stupid.
Wow.
He's stupid enough to do it. So
No, that's a little, I hope that the girl's mother says no.
Oh my goodness. Are you going to ever want to hike anywhere again?
Well, he did. They
I'm
went
hiking
to,
all the
After that.
time.
I mean, now.
I'm hiking all the time. This is my
Oh, you
profession.
are? Okay.
And this is what I'm doing.
Wow.
For my birthday this year, the birthday of 57, I went up with my two sons to the Olympus.
right.
But the last birthday was in September, and last September I did the Golan Heights Trail.
Right. Wow.
Okay, well, that's a little more reasonable. I mean, than Mount
I did it alone by myself. That's it.
Okay.
My wife wanted to join me, but I won't let her. I want just to be myself, and me and the nature. That's it. So yeah, I think this is
Brave man.
this is my thing. Every time, even when it was COVID, even when at the period of the COVID, when there was a restricted area,
Right.
I went up to the Golan Heights because it's just behind my house. So I
Right.
just move up and go to trail, and I was alone over there, and I was happy. I was
Yeah, well,
totally happy.
well, no police were going to come around and check you over
Yeah.
there. So, right. It
That's it.
wasn't like we could walk, I mean, I remember walking out on my street, in the middle of Tel Aviv, and we could walk, 2 blocks, and then we had to turn back, and that was that. So nobody was going to come and
No,
catch you.
nobody.
I don't know.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much, Yaniv. Really. Thank you.
Thank
I
you for
wonder-
listening.
And I wonder if we could also hear from Shai's mother. I don't know what kind of talk she does, but
I ask her, and if she does, I will connect between her and
Julia.
Julia.
Julia, that would be great. Yeah.
Okay, I will ask her.
Okay.
And
Thank
if
you.
you will send me this recording,
Sure.
I
I'll tell
would love
Steve.
to
Yeah,
give it to them.
of course. And I'll send
And Ilana, I have to correct you. You said when I was hiking, I was on a highway in a little tour bus, so I was not doing the effort that you were doing. Yeah, Yaniv. It was high altitude, but it wasn't hiking. That was incredible seeing you go up those rocky steps. Wow.
So what I was going to ask Yaniv is, would it be easier for Shai's family to get like the YouTube link or like the actual file of the recording? Because we upload
Uh,
it to YouTube so they can watch whenever. It's easier kind of, but we can do
okay.
both. We'll do
Uh,
both.
I would love to get you to get both of them,
Okay. I'll let Steve know.
if it's okay.
Of course. Of
Okay,
course.
if you want, I will send you my email
Great.
or
Yeah, well, Julia has it,
That's
and
everything.
yeah, we'll get it from Julia, and I'll have Steve
okay.
send it. But not a problem. Thank you. Thank you so much. And so now we kind of just shift to schmooze mode. And if Yaniv, you're welcome to stay, but I know it's late there. Pam's usually the only one who holds out.
It's okay because my daughter, she's now in I don't know the word, pre-military preparatory school.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so now just on these minutes, she's on the bus away to come back home from
Where
Um, they are staying at the kibbutz Givim, which is near Sderot, just
okay.
close to Sderot. And this week they've done a tour from Sderot to Jerusalem by foot,
Wow.
the whole week.
Wow.
And you know, it's a girl that the only canyon that she let me take her was a canyon with McDonald's.
Smart girl.
It's a mole, okay?
Okay.
In Hebrew, we say canyon to a mole. We call a mole.
Right. Canyon
We
is a
call them
mall.
canyons.
Yeah.
So wait, and so she's got
She's
diabetes.
on the bus, and I should take her. So go ahead. I have all night. I'm waiting for her.
Oh, okay. And she has diabetes.
Yeah, she has diabetes since she was 14 years old.
Wow. And it's all under control so that she can join this unit. What unit? Well, so what unit is she going to be in?
Hopefully she's gonna be a singer.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
she had to volunteer
Right.
because the army don't want her.
right.
So she
Right.
has to volunteer, and she wants to volunteer as a singer.
Oh,
I'm hoping that she will succeed with it because she sings really good.
oh,
You know,
how nice.
when she was in 6th grade, she was 10 years old. She was part of how do you call this group that
A
sings?
choir.
A choir. She was part of a choir in the northern part of Israel, and they won the first place in international competition.